Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first edition of From a Certain Point of View. This is the New Force Order.
For life.
We're a Star Wars podcast, and this is our new show. We're doing a new show every day of the week for you. Filthy, disgusting, scruffy nerf herders that we call the fans. But we're doing it with a smile on our face because we love talking about a galaxy far, far away and everything about it. I am 1/3 of your hosts. I am a professional wrestler. I am the Greek god Papadon, your boy GGP. And alongside with me, I have a very concerned-looking medical droid who looks like he just sucked on a lemon, who likes to steal everyone's thunder in the room. But he's a master of doing it. So he's a cool dude. And then we have a malicious, vindictive, has a restraining order against him from Lucasfilm because he won't stop bugging them about making Reverend Canon Sith Lord. Introduce yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am that annoying pain in Lucasfilm's ass. I am the Dark Lord of the podcast, the Sith Ari, the rampaging Reverend Kiss, the Butcher, your boy Spiro, a.k.a. Darth Spiridon.
And I am smarter than 2MB, more tactical than FX7, the god of stealing thunder. And no, I'm not Chris Hemsworth in the new Hulk Hogan biopic looking all skinny and shit. Dr. Destroyo, Alex Arroyo.
You look more like Chris Hemsworth in Endgame.
I'll take it.
That would be me.
I'm kidding. I kid. Anyhow, all right, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be our new show. We're going to take a topic, and then the three of us will go around the horn, and we're going to attack it from a different point of view. That's why the show's called, like Obi-Wan said, From a Certain Point of View. So, Doc, since you picked the topic, why don't you enlighten the masses and let them know what we will be debating, talking, or agreeing upon tonight?
Okay, for the inaugural episode of From a Certain
The what
Point
episode?
Inaugural episode.
Oh, I thought it was inaugural. But
Inaugural?
Inoculated?
Yeah, well, I wish.
Bail Organa, what?
Grand Moff Tarkin. We will be
Grand
talking.
Moff? You Moff?
You know, there's always talk about, from a certain point of view, that Anakin was destined to bring balance to the Force. Now, do we think, from a certain point of view, that Anakin Skywalker actually did bring balance to the Force? Shall I go first?
Sure. While you're talking, why not?
Okay.
Spit some knowledge like you went to college.
So,
Wait a minute. Can I just ask this one question? And
Yes,
I
sir.
think that it's a question that we can run with. What exactly is bringing balance to the Force?
that's,
Whoa.
therein lies the crux of the question, my friend.
Yeah, we go. That should be intertwined into your definition and your point of view. Let's not give away everything. Let's not, shoot our load before we get to where we need to get to. You know what I mean? Speaking about shooting loads, Doc, you're up.
So what does balance mean to me? So balance. If you have your scales where you have one side is equal to the opposite side. So, in the past, a master and an apprentice for the Sith. So that would also mean that on the dark side you have, which is 2. On the light side you have to have 2. So did he bring balance in that respect? Well, I really don't know if that's the case. For me, I think the balance that he made in the Force was to take his son inadvertently and bring him to prominence, thus surpassing his father as a Jedi at some point, and giving himself what he could not give himself as a Jedi, which he failed at. His balance of his Force was to take his son and make him better than him and give him as a gift to the universe to do good and to be that hero, to be that light. So in reality, despite the fact that he killed all the Jedi and the younglings, he did bring balance to the Force by righting his wrong as a failed Jedi, as a failed student, as a now an evildoer, but changed that in that balance by giving the world Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia to a certain extent.
Okay.
How you like that? How you like that about balance?
I like it. I like it. I mean, to me, also, balance is equal parts on each side, but it always seemed like more of a imbalance. Now, when they say, always the Sith were two, according to the rule of two. So if you look at it as a numbers thing, then there hasn't been balance if there ever was. So is it a power thing? Is it that Sith are that much more powerful? That there's balance, that they only need two? I don't know. To me, the whole balance thing never makes sense. I do like what you said. I mean, you're right. He gave himself to the dark side, but he left his seed that went on to be the great Luke Skywalker, Master Jedi. He took his place, true. But I don't know. I after 3 trilogies, in my opinion, I don't see balance at all. But this is mainly about Anakin. Did he bring balance? If I'm going by what you just said, then yeah, then he did replace himself. So I guess he brought balance. But I remember reading, I forgot what it said, what balance in the Force meant to Disney. I don't know if either of you guys can maybe enlighten us.
What do you think balance means?
Like I said, is 2 equal parts on each side, two sides. But again, my question is it a numbers thing? Is it a power thing?
All right.
So by him wiping out all the Jedi and leaving himself and Emperor Palpatine alive, and then basically, what we saw for the movies, Yoda and Obi-Wan alive, theoretically that is still a balance there because you got 2 and 2.
It's a balancing act.
Despite the fact there's all these Jedi still, hanging out there, like Cal Kestis and Kanan and, a bunch of ones that were kind of hanging in the breeze over here.
Kanan's dead. Spoiler alert.
Listen,
It
the cool
was that. Oh, damn.
Kanan, yeah. The cool thing about this whole balance thing, how I think I see it, is that there's always a threat. There's always going to be somebody out there, whether it be the Sith or whoever the fuck, and I'm glad that, at least to me, balance would mean that you can't wipe out evil, because without evil, what is the point of being good? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man.
From my point of view, the Jedi are evil.
Yes, and they are. They are.
Listen, all valid points. All valid points. Okay? You guys got it.
You were the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy this Sith, not join them! Bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness!
Fuck it, man. Turn off the fucking lights. Leave it in darkness. Hell yeah. I love that.
You were my brother, Anakin! I loved you!
All right. So, I just wanted to play that because, number one, it's one of the greatest scenes of Star Wars. It makes me cry every time, like a little girl with a scraped knee. Number two, even in his statement, there's a lot of gray area. Now, what is balance? That's the ultimate question. The prophecy says the chosen one shall bring balance to the Force. Number-wise, there's never been balance in the entire galaxy. Ever. when it comes to Jedi and Sith. The 1,000 years the Jedi ruled were the guardians of
For a
peace.
1,000 years, the Jedi ruled
Thousand-
the galaxy of peace in the universe.
Stealing thunder too, right? But there was always
I had to do the line. For 1,000 years.
Well, I was about to do it. You stole it, but it's okay, right? But in the shadows, you had Palpatine, you had Maul, and you had before Maul, you had Darth Plagueis the Wise. You ever hear the story about Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Never heard of him.
So
It's pretty tragic, you know.
yeah, you know,
Apparently, it's not canon anymore.
no, that's Revan. So
The most tragic story.
so that means at one point there was 10,000 Jedis, there were 2 Sith. That's not balance. After Order 66, we had Yoda, we had Obi-Wan, we had Ezra, we had Cal Kestis, right? Kestis, whatever his name is, and maybe the dude, what's his name, with the yellow thing on his nose, what's his name? No, Quinlan Voss. We don't know if he's dead. Anyone could pop up, right? During that time, we had dark side users, the Inquisitors, but only 2 Sith, Palpatine and Vader. So the numbers,
this.
only 2 there are. So the numbers are skewed, just like counting this coronavirus, skewed across the board, right? So
That's because they're not testing the Sith. That's the reason why.
there we go. See, if they tested the Sith, and the Sith only deal in absolute, they would get absolute numbers. Absolutely. Anyhow,
Always trust the Sith.
that's right. When in doubt, Sith happens. So, what does that really mean? Balance. And then we have Snoke saying in the sequel trilogy, the darkness rises and the light's there to meet it. Okay, is that balance? Is there a dark force, prominent dark force? That's why the Force Awakens, when Rey wakes up and Finn wakes up, and that's the force within him waking up. Is that it to meet the force of Kylo Ren? Who knows, right? It's all open ended, right? It's very widely open, like a $2 Vietnamese hooker. Not good. So I've heard. But look at his statement. Look at the hubris of the Jedi. Anakin, you were supposed to destroy the Sith and bring balance to the Force. So the Jedi think balance is the elimination of evil because it's peace for the masses, which is the Jedi way of thinking, not being selfish. Now, when Anakin turns and we have Palpatine saying, the Sith will once again rule the galaxy and bring peace and balance. To him,
prosperity.
To him and the Sith, balance means controlling everybody by being the most powerful. So you have 2 different aspects of balance in one's mind. But overall, what does it mean? I have no fucking clue because it's not my story. But to say that the chosen one will bring balance to the Force, how does this chosen one bring balance to the Force? And is Anakin the chosen one? Well, the problem is everyone keeps retconning or giving their 2 cents on the definition. In my opinion, what George was thinking, the original meaning of balance was good overcoming evil for the greater good and everyone living in peace. Did Anakin do that? Yeah, because he eliminated all the hubris and all the freaking Jedi. Then he eliminated all the Sith by killing Palpatine. So who was left? Luke. And Luke, even though he was a Jedi master and he wanted to be a Jedi, just like his father before him, there's moments in his life that we've seen where he does tap into the dark side. He lets his feelings get away from him. He reveals about his sister. And Vader tells him, I'll turn her. And then he goes full rage, berserker rage, like Wolverine, and kicks the crap out of Vader. So, when he was able to catch himself, when he saw his hand then looked at Vader's cut off hand, realized that he's turning into him, threw away his lightsaber like an idiot, like a schmuck, and then got the shit zapped out of him, which made Vader finally get overcome by Anakin and have Anakin kill the Emperor or throw him down the shaft till they brought him back that fucking Bobo bootleg way in episode 9. So, did Anakin bring peace? He brought peace. But did he bring balance to the Force? The world may never know.
You know what, man? Balance. It's funny because the fucking Jedi are always preaching, no, those are the ways of the dark side. Don't go that way. But on the other side, whether it's a Sith or whoever, they're like, you can become powerful. You can learn these secrets. You can even learn these secrets from those cunts there, So it's like, how do you have balance when you only have light side or a dark side? So it's, again, man, I fucking hate the fucking Jedi because they're hypocrites. They're full of shit. They talk about balance, but they're fucking greedy. They're selfish. It's all about them. Balance to them means them being up on top, and it's wrong.
Okay, you're right. You're absolutely right from your point of view. But let's look at the saying. The chosen one shall bring balance to the Force. Right? So, from the Jedi point of view, you destroy the Sith. From the Sith point of view, you destroy the Jedi. Very binary. Just like the world we live in today. But let's look at it from a grander scale. Balance in the Force. He left the Force at the end of episode 6 with one girl, one boy. There's balance, right? One female, one male. Luke and Leia, right? Then
that's you subscribe to the fact that there's only 2 genders, okay?
There is only 2 genders. It's called science, biology. Greeks invented it, right? So, with that being said, Luke goes on. Whatever happens between 6 and 7 happens. But Luke realizes that in order to be one with the Force, you need balance. And he tries to teach this to Rey. And he says that the Jedi way of thinking made them blind. And they didn't realize that Darth Sidious was in the cut, hiding in the shadows. And that's what led to their demise. So to him, he's already elevated himself mentally to that level where he realizes is that you can't be all good without a little evil in you, because you need to be balanced within yourself. And the Force needs to be balanced because there's life and there's death. But at the same time, he tries to steer Rey away from the dark side, that little dark side hole. And she went right, and she went right to it, which scared him, because he said the last person to do that without any remorse was Kylo. Look where he ended up. So he didn't want her to end up like him, because he feels like it's his fault. Whatever. Again, balance. What is balance? Who knows? Right? We don't know. Because it could be interpreted any way. In my opinion, Anakin brought balance to the Force. He brought peace to the galaxy. He left us with one female, one male Jedi to move forward that we knew about. So there's balance right there. Now, each one of them, do they have a mean streak? Yeah. Are they tapping into the dark side of the Force? Probably not, unless Han is tapping into her dark side. But that's another story, you know?
Taint.
Right?
Dirty little hole.
But
man,
who knows? But this is what we're talking about. This is a great discussion, because we're talking about Star Wars. We love it. We want to hear your opinion about it. Comment down below if you're watching this on YouTube. Send us your email, newforceorder@yahoo.com. Let us know what you think. Doc, anything to close on?
That's it, man. Listen, I think the 3 of us really do a great job of breaking down these situations. We all bring a certain point of view to the table. See what I did there? And I'm excited for this new segment.
Show.
Show.
Thank you. Anyway, well, I'm excited too.
My tits? Yes.
Your moves. So I'm excited too because look, we sit here. We all have different point of views from watching Star Wars. We don't always agree with each other. We very rarely do, to be honest with you, which is a good thing because then we hit different perspectives on a certain topic, and that leaves everybody looking at it from a different angle, and that's what we need. We don't need yes men. We don't need robots. We don't need people to hate just for the sake of hating, and we don't need people trying to get themselves personally over on Star Wars expense. We want to get Star Wars and the discussion of Star Wars more over with you. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us on the first inaugural episode of From a Certain Point of View. Let them know where they can find you guys at.
Find me at Dr. Dr_Destroyo, DESTRROYO, Instagram, Alex Arroyo, Facebook, Alex Arroyo MD on Twitter.
You can find me on Instagram, Spiro_A, also Darth_Spiridon, also Rational.Rage. Rational Rage is a show I do. It drops when it drops. That's that.
You can find me at Greek God Papada on Twitter, Greek God Papada on Instagram, Demetrius Papadon on Facebook. Pro Wrestling T/Greek God Papadon is the wrestling t-shirt store. Go buy yourself some GGP merch. Greek God Papadon is the YouTube page. So go like my videos, go subscribe to the page, hit the notification button, leave some comments. You can find the three of us together at NFO_podcast on Twitter, New Force Order on Instagram, official New Force Order on Facebook. New Force Order is the YouTube page. You're watching the video right now. So do us a favor. Go down below, leave a comment, hit like, hit the notification bell, subscribe. And if you're not, you're listening to it. When you're done listening to it, leave us 5 stars. We're available on all the outlets, Spotify, iHeart, Apple Podcast, Podbean. Just leave a good review. Put us over. Because let's face it, we're here to entertain you guys. You can also email us. Let us know what your point of view of this subject is. We'll be dropping this show along with the rest of our shows once a day, every week. We have the main show. We have Tatooine. We have the Butcher's Block. We have From a Certain Point of View and Who's Moreover. 5 different NFO shows once a day for all your needs. So let us know what you want. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you don't like. But thank you for your time. Thank you for your ears. This has been I thought, a very well episode of Point of View. Thank you for joining us. And this is not a certain point of view. This is the New Force Order.
For life.
And that's just too sweet.